you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Hey everybody, it's Will.
And this is Thomas.
We're back at the virtual spinner rack again this week for a double shot of Aquaman. But
Yes.
Before that, it's time for our general rambling, which we will do also throughout the show.
It's what happens when you get old.
Yeah, you just...
Okay, I got two more ready.
Uh-oh, dad jokes. Here we go.
Yeah. All right. How can you tell when a vampire's sick?
How?
He starts coughing.
That's got me shaking my head because I am once again in the midst of watching the entire run of Dark Shadows on Tubi. So
You told me that. I'm like, it's like 1,000 episodes. Why?
oh, it's way longer than that. I'm in like the flashback where she gets through the seance. She gets bursted into like the original family lineup from before Barnabas was a vampire, and you get to find out how everything happened.
God. Now, this one you ought to be able to get, though, because you are a little older than me.
Oh, great.
So how are dentures like stars?
I don't know. I don't have dentures.
They both come out at night.
That's not all. That's not all that comes out at night.
It's a huge box.
Oh, my God.
There's like, it was somewhere, some thrift store I was at. It was like 99 cents. There's two on a card. I bet there's 150 cards.
Oh, wow.
It's-
I looked at what the card you were holding. I thought it was just like a really small, like 5 or 6 page booklet. I didn't realize there was a stack of booklets.
Yeah. Did you hear about the lady who stole the calendar?
She had a date?
No, she got 12 months.
Oh, my God.
Damn it. Yeah, I got this at the thrift store, and then I did not send you a picture of this earlier today just because we need to. But I don't know. We do them internet watching and stuff, but then they could like call us and go like, make the show go down now for $15. The whole complete series of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
That show was so stupid that I loved it.
Dude, stupid. Yeah, well, it is. That's the whole point. But
Yeah.
some of it's also kind of scary and kind of freaky, especially.
Yeah.
if you're
Oh,
a
I
kid.
love the Halloween like scary ones.
Oh, well, all of them are kind of scary. But
Every
yeah,
time I watch that show, I was like, they really need to rename this dog.
yeah. See, he saves everybody. What about the one where Eustace gets his Eustace gets his toe becomes infected and it goes bad. It becomes the mafia guy. is to lick it. You see, he keeps hitting all the other toes.
I always looked at that. My mother, when she was living, would be like, "What is this stupid thing?" I go, "It's so stupid, it's funny, Mom." I go, think of it this way. Mom, Pa, Kettle adopt a dog. So you're old enough to know who Mom, Pa, Kettle are. So.
Yeah. The thing there's so many episodes that are so funny though. The one that got my kids is the Bring Back the Slab episode with the mummy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The
I don't remember it, though.
Bring back the slab. And my favorite one is one of the ones with the damn Loch Ness monster that sings opera. It sings Carmen. That's all it sings is Carmen.
You know any other tunes?
I don't know. $15, I couldn't pass it up.
Well,
52 episodes.
when I was interviewing the girl I was talking about, Carissa, she's got like on this last campaign made a 24 carat plated challenge coin that's got stuff from the book on it, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it and I go, all I can think of is the original Scooby-Doo run with the mummy chasing everybody. Coin, coin, coin. And I'm like,
Dang it.
so we were talking earlier. My mother used to send away for stuff in the mail for me, like
Yep.
free stuff, like the cost of a postage stamp and proof of purchase or a receipt or whatever.
Like the Tide giveaways.
Tide giveaways, stuff from the cereal boxes, Captain Crunch, stuff like that. So, of course, what was one of the best shows ever when I was 5? The $6 Million Man.
Oh my God, yes.
So much so we would all run in slow motion and go da 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 da.
Except for that one where he slings that damn bear across the river.
Yeah. And I never knew till I was a grown ass adult that the Bigfoot robot was actually Andre the Giant. Didn't know.
I don't remember that episode. I'd have to go back and watch it.
It was so popular that they made a Bigfoot figure, but back in the day, it's like you got 2 hip joints and 2 shoulder joints. That was it. So it was.
Yeah, that's all it could do.
That's all it could do. But there was a button, a big square button where his belly button was, and you would have the $6 Million Man punch him there, and his chest plate would pop out where you would see he was actually a robot.
Oh, cool.
So I had $6 Million Man, Oscar Goldman in his exploding briefcase, which I just thought was cool as hell. And I had Maskatron, which was a character that they just made up for the toy line. It was never like in any of the shows or anything.
Huh.
But it was modeled after the fembots that they made for the Jamie Lee Summers Bionic Woman show.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Austin Powers show.
No, that was years later. So my mother sent away for this, and she filled out my complete name. Please, nobody try to steal my identity, because your life will suck like mine does. And she, whenever she would buy me anything like this, she would put a date on it. So got this in 1975.
The $6 million Bionic Action Club.
Yep, it's the $6 million, and Colonel Steve Austin signed it. There you go. So one time I'm hoping to get to a convention again, now that I know where this is.
And have him sign it.
And have Lee Majors actually sign it. This thing will go up in a frame, and I'll be like all like happy as hell. It used to be hung up on the wall. That's why there's a couple of tears in it from like staples that were in it.
You need to have it. Have one of your buddies press it.
I can just put it inside like an omnibus and just leave it there for a year, and it'll come out flat.
It may. Yeah, you could try that.
So I got a big stack of books in.
Oh Lord.
From Mario, who is listed in my phone as Mario comic book guy. Nope. And this is like from multiple auctions, like his 2-day things. I decided that I really want to try to lay my hands on, unless they're crazy expensive, all the Wizard half issues.
Really? Why?
Just because you can usually get them for like a couple of bucks, and it's a quick short story to read, and some of the covers are really cool. So I got the Wizard Presents the Max half issue.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking about something different. All right, you have to show me one.
But I remember the Max only had 4 fingers. including including the spike.
The spike, yeah.
But on this cover, Keith drew it so the spike is actually literally flipping you the bird because it has 5 fingers.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I think I got this, and it still has the cert from Wizard from 1993.
Max was good. The Max was fun.
Yeah, I like the Max, and I love Dale Keown's art, and I love the Pit. And he just put out an omnibus of the complete Pit run.
Oh, really? Who published it? Is it self-published or self-published, like on Kickstarter or something?
It was on Kickstarter, and no, Indiegogo, I think it was. If he kept it up as a like an open source store,
so you can just keep buying them.
So people that might have missed it can just go to the link and still buy them.
Oh, cool.
I got another part of the early Vulture Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man story in PPSM 5.
Yes. Dude, those are so good.
I got a Web of Spider-Man 33. It was What's the Matter with Mommy story.
I haven't read that one, but I think I got it.
I got some Batman White Knight, book 6.
Did you read those?
I started to read most of them and then lost count. And then, of course, my store sold out before he remembered, oh, yeah, he's getting those. And I never got like certain issues. So Year of the Villain, number 4, Batman Who Laughs. Looks like it's got kind of like an acetate cover.
Oh, it's got Judge Death on it.
Yeah. For $1, I got Detective 675, part of the Night Quest Crusade.
Yeah.
I probably have it, but if I have it, I can kind of like put this one as a backdrop for my my Ariel figure.
Yeah. Ariel Batman.
Yes. I got first issue, Dynamite DC, Wonder Woman 77 meets the Bionic Woman, but this is what they're calling a fried pie variant.
They used to do those all the time. Oh, that's cool. That's a really nice cover.
Yeah, so it's like all cartoony and kind of like, Photoshop paint or whatever. So all the blue on her is actually the Bionic Woman scene,
yeah.
And it's just painted over her body. Now, back in the 70s, what a bunch of dudes wouldn't have given for, Lindsay Wagner to be all over Linda Carter's body. Uncanny X-Men 197 with Doom.
Sweet. And JR art.
Yep.
You got it. Did you read it?
No. Well, I read it when we did the show.
We didn't do that one.
I haven't opened any of them, though.
Yeah, we talked about that one. I don't think we read that one.
I thought this was an issue 3 of the 3 Jokers, but it's just another cover for issue 1.
Okay.
They're
doing that in trade. I thought about picking it up.
I bought an issue of Power Pack.
I bought a bunch of issues of Power Pack.
The only reason I bought this is because of who's on the front cover.
Oh, Better Ray Bill.
Mm-hmm. I also got a wedding invitation.
I got one of them a while back. I got to read it.
I got some King in Black. Here's an issue 2.
Nope. Ain't got that one.
I got the handbook, which is probably just a cheat sheet. Okay, just read this and you'll understand everything.
Yeah.
And you'll still think it's stupid because it's Donny Cates.
Why'd you buy them then?
Because I got them for $1. I got this one. I think this one, I'm not sure who the variant artist is, but I've got like a couple of Peach Momoko variants. these are only like a couple bucks a piece. So, and even more important, Johnny Quest #2.
That's a good series.
Got it for $1.
Yeah, it's worth $1 all day long.
Mm-hmm.
You have got the first one, don't you?
Yeah, I got the first one. The first one came in that Comico black box set that I showed like years ago now.
Yeah.
Remember it had like all the Comico books in it?
I can't. Hey, my memory's slipping. Flash. Ah.
Wrong Flash. Godspeed, but it's not the first appearance. I think it's like the second appearance or something. Or maybe the first cover appearance. Detective 949, Rebirth, Batwoman Begins. It's got Arkham Knight on the cover.
Yeah, dude, the covers for those were so good.
White Knight Book 7.
I didn't realize they went that dang long with that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what this is. I thought it was a cool cover, and then I found out it was a Peach Momoko cool cover.
Oh, Horizon?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what Horizon Zero Dawn is?
No.
The video game?
No. I don't play consoles.
I'm sorry.
I'm a PC gamer.
Really? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that, and there's not much time left after masturbation, so.
King in Black.
That's the King in Black #1 Peach Momoko variant.
Yeah.
This is Batman White Knight Harley Quinn, Black Label Book 1.
It's kind of a nice cover. It's a little different.
This is the Batman Day Batman White Knight Special Edition.
Yeah, I may have that one actually.
Because it's a Joker cover, Batman Streets of Gotham, which I never heard of before. Number 19.
Damn, that is a really nice cover. Who did it?
I have no idea. There's a signature down there, but
Can't tell. I'll look it up.
Dust W is the closest I can see. I bought some Thor.
Thor was good for or still is.
Death of Jane Foster.
Yep. That
And-
storyline was so good.
And the Thor #1 Gatefold 3D edition.
Yep.
Here's one that you'll like. X-Men King Size Annual #5 with the world's greatest comic magazine in tow.
Yes.
That'd be a good one to do.
Yeah.
And then I didn't realize that the Joker Harley Criminal Insanity on Black Label went so long. I thought it was because most of them were like 3 or 4
Yeah,
issues.
3 or 4 issues is all they are.
Nope. There's a Joker face cover to #3 with Harley walking out of his dentures
Dentures.
because they come out at night. A Harley cover of the same issue. #4 with a not Harley Quinn, but a Harley Queen marionette in front of Joker. And then a #5. And when I saw the cover to #5, I'm like, oh, I don't like the way they're drawing him here. It looks too much like
It's like a mask or something.
too much like Jared Leto, and I can't stand him.
Oh, We usually don't talk about he who shall not be named.
Yeah.
Well,
Although,
I did not get nothing like you got. I
mhm.
did find a new place that had some comics though, and I picked up like some weird stuff. Okay, I did not know this company. They are Pioneer Comics. I managed to pick up a few of them. They're dollar books, but Rip Kirby. The only reason I picked this up is it's by Alex Raymond, and you know who that is, right?
Nope.
My God, Alex Raymond's the guy who did he did Flash Gordon and stuff back in the late I guess late 30s, early 40s. Like one of those dudes is considered like one of the greatest, if not greatest, of all time. He died really early though. There's a whole book on it.
Like, I knew who Flash Gordon was because when I was a kid, they made that Flash Gordon cartoon.
Yep. A black booster gold.
That needs a press.
Yes, it does. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but I've picked them up. There are various stories in it. One of them is a Rio story, Robber's Roost.
Oh,
I
nice.
have it printed somewhere else, but it's in Eclipse Monthly.
Wow.
Yeah. And then it actually has a ad on the back for a Fantagraphics book, which I heard was incredible. And I found the whole series for $1 an issue a while back.
Oh, Delgado.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever read it or not, but I hadn't. But I picked it up for $1 an issue because somebody said it was really good. And the other thing I got, this was $5. So for $5, you don't pass this kind of stuff up. Adventure Comics, 414, giant size Supergirl.
Nice.
Yeah, but the thing that's cool is there's a Zatanna cover or a Zatanna story in here, and I went through. The Zatanna story is actually by, I think it's William Morrow, who is one of those other great guys from the past. I think it was William Morrow. Yeah, here it is. I'll show you. Yeah, Gary Morrow, not William. Lynn Wynn and Gary Morrow. Tower of the Dead.
Nice.
And then the other thing, this is like a super early appearance of him. And I think we have covered him. If not, we need to cover some of his stuff because the freaking Gary Grant Morrison run on Animal Man was amazing. But Gil Kane and the Return of the Man with Animal Powers.
Wow. So that's like early Animal Man then.
Yeah, this is Animal Man. It's like second, third, maybe fourth appearance, something. It's really, really early. I mean, he doesn't even have a freaking suit.
No suit. Just the guy with the animal powers, not called Animal Man yet.
Yep. I mean, but yeah, and it's Gil Kane art, so. But that's all I managed to get this week. The rest of the time I was on vacation where we went seashell hunting, and I picked up a 5-gallon bucket of seashells off the coast.
It's better than, going to one of those like hobby stores and actually paying for them.
We had to pay some money for the guy to take us out, but the thing that's funny is we were already on the Outer Banks, and then he took us like to another island where literally nobody lives. Okay, so it's a national.
You lucky you got home.
Yeah, it's a national park. So he's like, "Yeah, we take you over there. I'm gonna drop you off for 4 hours. I'll be back in 4 hours. Just don't get in the water on the ocean side because you could drown because there's not a damn soul out here." And I'll send you some pictures. I don't think I sent you any pictures. I'll send you pictures of the beach because it's a pristine beach because the island we were actually at is off of North Carolina. And 2019 when Hurricane Dorian come through, it cut the island in half.
Whoa.
So all of this is like pristine beach. And they dropped us off. There was another family there that was shelling too. So they were like, those 4 or 5 people, and they were like 6 of us. And that was it on an island, probably like 40 miles off the U.S. coast, because it's a 2.5 hour ferry ride from the mainland to the island. There is no bridge. You have to ride a boat out there.
Yep.
But cool. So speaking of ocean and everything, you ready to get into this Aquaman story?
Yep. As per usual, I picked one that was in the middle of a giant story arc.
Actually, now we went through this the other last week. This is the end of the story arc. But yeah. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I know you love him. This is an Aparo cover, right?
Yeah.
The Aparo cover is not as good as the interior art. He phoned this crap in. I mean, Mira looks terrible.
Well, how more women that are underwater don't have mascara running is beyond me.
More women. When we get to the part in the story that there's a part in one of these books when I was reading it earlier, I said, really? I just shook my head. I'm like, see, this is why adult men sometimes should not read old like Bronze and Silver Age comics, because you just shake your head and go, that's some bullshit right there. That would never happen. But so we find out that Arthur Curry Jr. was born in 1973, the same year I was. So maybe we were both Virgos. I don't know. I was born in August. I don't think it ever says. He just says 73, and he died in 78. So I've outlived his ass. But I never had no supervillains try and kill me.
No.
So, Aquaman 62, novel length C6 bacular with a surprise villain.
It's not a surprise he always has the same villain. It's kind of like Batman.
What's one thing about Batman though is Batman has 5,700 villains. There's like, plus he's got the random thugs in Gotham.
Yeah.
There's only like 5 dudes that Aquaman knows that can swim under the water. And 3 of them he's related to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pick one of them. Damn it! This is for the shitty potato salad you brought to the family reunion.
It was really watery. I didn't like it.
Damn it. So Paul Kupperberg was our writer. Don Newton and Bob McLeod were the artists. Shelley Lefferman was our letterer. Adrian Roy was the colorist. And Paul Levitz was the editor. Kupperberg is the guy that wrote that other Aquaman miniseries we did. Was Time and Tide?
I don't know. It wasn't Time and Tide. It was the one. The good one.
Yeah, the other one. Maybe
with the blue camouflage Aquaman costume.
Yeah, maybe it was just Aquaman. I can't remember.
Yeah, nobody's going to be able to tell that Aquaman is wearing the blue and white camo costume under the ocean because the green and orange stick out like a sore thumb. Yeah. What about his blonde friggin' hair?
Yeah. Dang it. So this is, like I said, this is at the end of the very long death of, Aquaman Jr. story. And Mira, is not dealing with the death of her son very well. And we understand this. He is her baby, and she is like attacking him in the opening scene here,
Almost like she was mad at him and he said, "Would you relax?"
Yeah. Calm
relax.
down.
That's a fighting word.
Yeah. I hate you. Yeah. And dude, she's like, for the whole, like this two pages. He's explain. He really has nothing to explain to me. I mean, she died.
I had to keep doing a double take because I wasn't sure whether this was Mera and Aquaman or Amber Turd and Captain Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. Damn it. It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
And, and even Volko and them, they go to get in, they try and, calm her down, and she just knocks the hell out of everybody.
Yeah.
And she blames him for, because it's not Black Manta we looked up earlier. It's actually Ocean Master who kills him, which Ocean Master was his uncle.
Yeah.
And
everybody's got one of those uncles.
And kills him. And part of it too is they even say it in the they say it in the little story later on. She tries to come around a little bit, and she's like, I know you were a superhero, you're out trying to save the world. Sadly, her baby was a victim of him being a superhero because he's targeted for that.
It's like you knew he was out there, but you had to go chase him instead of staying at home in the kingdom to protect me and your son.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's like, he's out doing the superhero stuff, and, I guess he, poor Ocean Master circled back, and, while Aquaman was gone, he killed everybody or tried.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's, and there at that last end, man, I was like, holy crap, dude. She tries to start choking Aquaman to death. I'll kill you. And he's just can't do anything. He's just like flopping. And then now we get our story here is, we understand that Aquaman returns to Atlantis. And when he gets there, he of course he thinks the city's deserted because nobody's there. But then finally, when he gets to like the center of the town, the city square, there's a freaking funeral, and it's his son's funeral. And, when, he shows up, she just goes ballistic.
Oh yeah.
Dude, she even uses her water powers here, now that we flash back, to knock the hell out of him. And eventually, Aquaman calls one of his Topo.
Topo, yeah.
Yeah, his old his big giant octopus guy, who grabs Mira and takes her away to try and find out what the hell's going on and calm him down. And Volko tells him, look, she's upset because, Arthur Jr.'s dead. And Aquaman finally just gets mad because he's like, everybody's pissed off at him for doing what he thought he had to do. And he leaves. Him and Topo leave. And Mira's just like, whatever. She's just there. Now, not our flashback, but as Aquaman leaves here, Aqualad shows up. I don't remember why Aqualad left.
They redid this story years ago again to retcon it, but he went looking. He got clues of who his real parents were.
Yeah.
So he went looking for him. In the retelling of this, he finds his magical side. That's when he changes his name to Tempest, because he's no longer doing like Aquaman, strength stuff. He's got, the ability for magical fire and ice.
Okay. I have to go back and look at that. Huh. It's wild. So yeah, Aqualad is coming back, and he's, he talks about that, his parents there. I don't remember the whole story, but he's like, hey, I got to get back to Aquaman. Me and him will talk and settle this out, because apparently they had a falling out.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Aquaman is actually, he's talking out loud, but this should be a thought bubble to me. Him and Torpo are leaving Atlantis. He says, I couldn't I couldn't let Batman, Black Manta get away, and I couldn't turn my back on Cobra either. I was right, to go and try and save the world. And as Topo is there right behind him, all of a sudden, like a freaking wrecking ball hits his ass.
And kills him.
It doesn't kill him. It just hurts him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he feels the pain from the octopus. Because he's like, it's a long faithful servant. He's more of a friend. So he gets upset. He goes and grabs him, and then he sees these little damn like underwater.
Sevens Arc Sevens.
I don't know. They're the stupidest looking damn robots I've seen underwater.
They're like canister vacuums.
Yeah, they're shop vacs. R2D2 with arms, something, coming out of this spaceship. There's a whole bunch of them, and they're heading there. One of them hit Torpo and knocked him down, and so he's been rejected by his wife, thrown out of his kid's funeral. Now his friend's been hurt really bad, and Aquaman. This is where we get from the Peter David run, where Aquaman is grows the beard, gets the hook hand, and just starts beating the hell out of everybody because he's pissed off all the time.
Yeah.
The Namor Light Aquaman. He decides he's going to go off the deep end here, and he finds this crowbar or something, and just like starts beating the hell out of these robots filled with anger. And he's like, I do like that. It's a comic book, so we know there's no people in here. They're robots. He could just beat them up. Mm-hmm. Superman does the same thing, because he always has to hold his punches. He doesn't want to kill anybody, but robots, he can freaking trash some robots.
Yeah.
It's not like, robots aren't.
That's why he can let loose every time he goes after Brainiac.
Yeah. So he, Aquaman starts beating the hell out of these robots. Finally, they get the drop on him, but he calls in some electric eels that, zap them and short circuit them, and manages to attack the ship because he knows that's where they're coming from. So whoever's in charge of the robots is in the ship. And he finally gets in there, and we meet the new villain, Seaquake. Dude, where the hell do they get these names?
Apparently, they asked Vibe from the old Flash WB series to nickname everybody back in the 60s.
I don't know. Yeah. I like the way you handled my drones. You got a real style. The only problem is I got more. And you know what? You ain't got a snowball's chance of getting by. Seaquake. Dude, we're underwater. That doesn't even make any sense. There are going to be no snowballs underwater. And Aquaman.
Nope, a snowball underwater is just called water.
Yeah, water. Yeah, just what I need. Another costume creep who wants to take me on. This guy's like, you're just a bonus, fish man. I was passing through and I spotted you. He was actually going to like destroy Venice or something, and hold the whole, the world hostage for, $1 million or whatever. And the Aquaman is just like, no, dude, I'm so pissed off right now. I'm just going to beat the hell out of you. But the Seaquake guy like uses his gun and zaps him.
And the gun, of course, has a name. We would more likely know it as the gun of a different supervillain, Polaris, from Green Lantern.
It's his Quaker.
Dude, you just fired a vibrator at Aquaman. What the hell?
Pretty much. It's just Quaker.
How's he gonna get that stain out?
It only has horses pull its buggy. It's the Quaker.
Oh yeah.
It serves great oatmeal pies.
It's the only way to get around
The Z.
That doesn't cost you $10 a gallon for gas.
Dang it. So they get in a big fight, and Aquaman gets back up after he gets hit by the vibrating gun there. And finally, Seaquake knocks him backwards and reverses the actual intake on the engines. So instead of blowing, why the hell they're blowing cold air, or I guess it's sucking the air out of here to go through the engines. It reverses it. So it blows the heat up through the grate here.
And dries him out.
It dries Aquaman out. And back in the 70s, when he gets dry, not only does his skin crack, he loses all his powers. So he falls down through heating.
I feel like my girlfriend.
Damn it.
Hope she's not.
Well, what's terrible is this doesn't make any sense. So you've dried Aquaman's ass out. He doesn't have any lotion. There's no water. There's nothing there.
And then you drag him unconscious out back into the water.
Yes.
And handcuff him to the front rail gun of your giant
vibrator gun. Yes. So you've hooked him there, and he wakes up because now he's in water, and he's gonna try and get free. And he's, can't get free because he's been chained. He's still weak. He's chained to the vibrating gun. And he calls some damn sea turtles. What are they going to do? Gum the chains to get death? No. This is not going to work, Aquaman. You should have called something else.
Like a whale.
I guess. I mean.
Smash the whole sub and eventually, you'll get loose.
Yeah, try not to. Friends, you must break me loose before we reach Atlantis. Too late. As this turtle who, granted they got a pretty good, they got a pretty good chomping strength, but they chomp like tomatoes and stuff, whatever, vegetables. It started, and now the vibrating gun and of course, while he's the gun's, vibrating and everything, the people of Atlantis see that the city's being attacked, and they start to head out. And of course, Seaquake sends more robots out to fight them. And Mira, who's in the distance, she sees it. She's trying to help defend the city, and Aquaman calls her. Mira, he's like begging her to help him, and she just looks at him, and it's like she does not respond. Dude, and she just turns around and goes after the robots. She leaves him there.
Oh, she's mad at him.
Yeah, oh, dude. Yeah, she's mad at him. She wants him to die. And she kills the robots. She saves some of the Atlanteans. And then she goes back to the city and leaves his ass still there.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's going to...
Mirror, behind that invisible wall of exposition.
I don't know. She's pissed off. So she leaves, and now the Seaquake guy turns on the damn gun. Why they didn't stop him, just the robots, I don't know, but they did. And it's the vibrations are keeping so the fish can't even help him now.
Nope.
And it's starting to tear him into pieces. But he does manage to, finally get enough strength back in his body to break the chains.
Yep.
But as he does that, he falls to the bottom of the ocean, and freaking rubble from Atlantis starts to fall on him. And you see him, he's starting to get covered up there. He gets covered up, and Seaquake is like, Aquaman, it's a wonder a turkey like you ever lasted so long. Why not like a tuna or something? But it's a turkey. Might as well get down to business. He's going to destroy the city. When Aquaman shows up, finally, Mira's hard water shield, she threw one over me at the last minute to save me. So even though she went back to the city and left his ass to die, she changed her mind, turned around, and came back for him.
Yep.
And then he just beats the hell out of this guy. Great Neptune, his head. Yeah, because Aquaman just punched the living snot out of him. and we discover that he knocks his head off. But
And he's a robot too.
He's a robot. But in all of that, they forget the damn gun is still going on and it's about to destroy Atlantis. And Aquaman, uses this
ball and chain
mace, whatever you want to call it, to destroy the damn computer.
And then Mera attacks him again.
No, she don't attack him. He passes out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it looked like that bottom panel looked like she pushed him away, and I'm like, apparently he smashed that equipment with the wrong ball and chain.
Yeah, no. He smashes it out and like passes out. She's like, he can have the rest all he wants. Husband, it stopped. And then, here's our epilogue. This was actually kind of cool. So Vulko is there with Aquaman and he's all wrapped up, you just need a lot of rest, feels like every bone in my body's been ground to dust. And, he tries to talk to her and she's like, please let me speak. I realize you did what you did because it was your duty. You were a superhero before we were wed and shall remain one. Regardless. She says, but I can't forgive you for that reason. And then Aquaman's like, but what about all the years we've had? Surely it counts. And she says, it does. Those were years of happiness. She says she tries to hate him, but she can't. She still loves him, and it's not going to be easy, but we have to try and make our marriage work. And, he kisses her and she's crying and everything. And then lo and behold, at the end, the bastard that killed
the surprise villain.
Yeah, the surprise villain at the end. Yeah. It's almost a pity. I must end this tender tableau, dear brother, by killing you both. So you've killed my kid. I just had the hell beat out of me. I'm trying to reconcile with my wife. And your ass shows up on a giant eel. Ocean Master.
Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah. Which that leads into
this amazing cover.
Yeah. This is a pretty good cover. It's better than the last one. But I still think the Don Newton art inside, because it's the same thing. Don Newton and Dave Hunt art inside is really good.
Yeah.
It is. I think the art's really good inside, but it is uneven. There are some panels that are just really good, and other panels are just like, what the hell? It's just a little off. This was really good, here comes Orm. He's, hey, I'm gonna kill you. You're all gonna die. And he's got this giant freaking sea monster, which Aquaman swims up to him. He's like, I'm gonna beat the hell out of you. And then before he gets there, the damn sea monster reaches out and bites him. And he's asking, what the hell's going on? And the guy's like, you defeated but after the encounter with my mechanical helpmate, Seaquake, I'm sure you're in no condition to escape. And now we discover that Orm
created
Seaquake and sent him to attack Aquaman.
And looking at that bottom panel, I'm like, this reminds me of a movie from the 80s, but the really dark version of Never-Ending Story. Falco is now green.
Dude,
little boy now wears a cape and has an evil genius laugh.
Dang it. Never-Ending Story was such a good movie.
Did you see that somebody actually found Falco's head stored in somebody's old garage?
I think I did, but you'd have to send me the link. But yeah, so now I do like the whole fact they keep going into why Orm and Aquaman, Arthur, hate each other so much. And it's just the fact that Orm was being kind of in the movie, was being groomed to be the next king of Atlantis. even though he kind of didn't have the whole powers that Aquaman did and everything else. He's being groomed to be the next Atlantean king. And then Aquaman's ass just comes back, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're the firstborn. You're actually the king of Atlantis." So that's why he freaking hates him.
That and because he's a half breed.
That and he's a half breed. Yeah.
He's the Mr. Spock of Atlantis.
Damn it.
Just not as smart.
No, not at all. But they get in this massive ass fight, which goes on, and then finally Aqualad's ass finally shows up. It took him like 2 issues to swim here, and when he gets here, he realizes that Atlantis has been like cracked. All the damn buildings are cracked. It's like
it's been decimated.
Yes, decimated.
So he wants to throw his fat into the fire and try to lend a hand, which ends really quickly when he gets bitch slapped by Green Falco. Yeah,
by Green Falco. Yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna help. He gets the hell knocked out of him. Good God, Aqualad. Damn it. And he's so freaking like out of it when he gets knocked the hell out. Damn building is coming down on him, and Aquaman has to like run and save his ass and knock him out of the way. And when he does, Ocean Master gets away. And now Aquaman is just, he's completely pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
This issue's kind of following the old Stan Lee, the damn Stan Lee punctuation style. Everything needs to have a damn exclamation point at the end of it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I always used to get yelled for in school.
What?
Exclamation points everywhere.
Too many of them? Yeah.
Why do you do this? I go, because the whole time I had to do this assignment, I was angry.
Damn it. Ocean Master got away. What was he after this time? I'm not sure, Aqualad. Of course, it's completely slipped my mind. Come on. Yeah. So now they head off. And I don't know why he keeps calling him Minnow. I guess because he's a little kid, but he's
well, that's what he was
grown up.
That's what he was referred to in the
show,
in the 1960s cartoon.
Yeah,
come on, Minnow.
Yeah,
let's
go exactly.
Out of the Aqua Cave, and the Aqua Cave was a big giant clam shell.
And they had they rode
Aquaman lived in a clam.
Damn it. They were on the seahorses all the time. The giant freaking seahorses. I do love, here we're back to this whole thing, kind of like him and Mira. There are no words that need to be spoken between these two. For long years, they were partners, and then they were not. But now they are. So we discovered that Seaquake and Ocean Master, which are pretty much the same person, were going to destroy Atlantis because underneath it is the original Atlantean civilization. And apparently they had technology far beyond any of our technology.
Yeah.
So they've opened a rift because we find out that when Atlantis sunk, the people that lived inside the dome, who became the Atlanteans that we're familiar with now, forgot about the damn ruins of the city below and all of the super advanced technology. So they just built their city on top of it. It's kind of like Rome, they put the new roads in Rome on top of the old roads, and the old roads are better than the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
So Aquaman and Aqualad go underneath Atlantis to start exploring the lost Atlantis, and they get down there. Of course, and they're flying around their ruins, and I don't know what he was looking for. Maybe there's a ship. They finally find Aqualad's Aquaman finds Ocean Master's ship, but Mira and Aqualad have split up, so all three of them are kind of looking for him by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
When Of course, Aquaman's the hero. He stumbles upon Ocean Master before the rest of them. And we discover that he has found Daredevil's Billy Club at the bottom of the ocean. But here in this alternate universe, it magnifies his power by like 1,000 times.
Wow.
Yes, exactly. Oh, you disappeared.
No, I'm here.
Yeah. So, quit buying to be, what is he says? Oh, nothing so trivial, dearest brother. Why stop with Atlantis when I can take over the whole world? So he's going to use this power to help not only take over Atlantis, but the world. And Aquaman's like, he's so busy mouthing off, he won't notice when I do this. And he flips a table and knocks him over. And then he just commences to beating the hell out of Orm. This is the part I was telling you that made no sense to me. Aquaman knocks the hell out of him, gets the damn wand or whatever it is to increase his power. He's like, get up. You've had your little bit of fun, but it ends. So you would think Aquaman, he picks up some dirt and throws it in Aquaman's face under the water.
Water. So mud. Here's mud in your eye.
Well, the thing is you can't throw it.
No.
It
goes.
It just dissipates. I was just in the ocean like 2 days ago. This does not happen. So he throws the mud at Aquaman and, scrap, it hits him. And of course, blinds him for a minute. And, you're always so self-righteous. You cannot see defeat, even when the stars, even as it stares you in the face. Out of my way.
I can't see defeat either.
Yeah.
That's because I'm too fat. Can't see my feet.
Damn it.
This is what you get for telling dad jokes at the beginning of this room.
Yeah, bend over. Yeah. So Orm takes off, and Aquaman's like, we're going to go after him. The gloves are off. That bottom panel is way out of crack.
Yeah, it looks like he's starving to death in the face.
It's something. So the gloves are off, and he heads to him. Of course, there's his giant ass sea monster. Orm's got back, and they attack each other. And Aquaman calls on all of his little friends. So he summons some, sea creatures to help defeat this giant monster, which was at the bottom of underneath Atlantis here in the old ruins.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts.
All of his little friends.
All of his little friends do.
Like we're talking about Michael Jackson.
Damn it. But he issues, he issues a silent command to his undersea subjects, and seconds later, the octopus come. They actually stop the ship from escaping. But why? How the hell does it crash? I don't understand. It's underwater. Just quit going forward. It won't crash.
Objects that are in motion tend to stay in motion. So if say, for example, he had the engines going full blast and all the octopi let go, if there was a building in front of him, there would be no doubt that he would crash into it. It's not like it's easy to turn underwater to avoid things.
I don't know. I was just like...
Or maybe they were just using the Titanic sub.
Damn it. So he crashes, and this was now this part in the story is kind of cool. He uses his powers to contact all of the animals, the undersea animals, but the animals under Atlantis are like prehistoric, and they have not heard his telepathy and his call.
And they don't like him.
They don't like it. And they kind of give him a feedback that he don't like it, and it attacks him by accident. So he has to quit. He can't even call on the creatures around him anymore. He has to stop. And he has to kind of quit thinking about it because, it's causing him so much pain.
Mm-hmm.
When, the monsters attack him, the prehistoric fish and stuff finally do. but he manages to fight back, and he gets free and heads after Ocean Master, which he finally catches. But
Finally,
when he gets to,
not soon enough, but finally.
yeah, not soon enough. He says, "Damn you, Aquaman! How many lives do you have?" And no, it does not matter. For know how strong you are. You cannot withstand this. The Atlantean super weapon. It's a box. And he zaps him. Aquaman's, "I feel so strange. It's work. The beam is sapping your every aggression. It's making you docile." So this whole thing takes away his willingness for, self-thought, whatever you want to call it, his own ideas. And it makes him susceptible to Orm's commands. But because he is Aquaman, king of the seven seas, and he is a hero for his people, he has enough willpower to resist the box and attacks Orm, who now, of course, tries to choke him to death, just like Mira tried to choke him to death in the first issue. And they get in a giant ass fight. And finally, Aquaman shows back up at the end. Mira's like, "Husband, thank Neptune you've returned," with the bad guy in tow as usual. And him and Aqualad have a little meet there, and hey, I'm glad, I got out of my system. I found out who I was, found out my heritage. I'm here to stay. And then Aqualad's like, "Hey, how's Arthur Jr.?" And Mira starts to cry, and he realizes something's wrong. And he's like, I'm sorry. Aquaman tells him, "It's all right. You couldn't have known." And he leaves because he's like, he doesn't belong there. And Aquaman and Mira kind of cry together. And later on, he'll find out. And he leaves. The end.
I think that might be where Aqualad disappears for a while and ends up becoming a full-time member of the Teen Titans again.
Possibly. I would have to go back and read. I got the Teen Titans Omnibus I haven't read. But I've got too many comics I haven't read. The thing again, the art, like I said, the Aparo covers, the second one's better than the first one, definitely.
Yeah.
The interior art, I think, the Don Newton art, who I've seen Don Newton somewhere else. I can't remember what I've seen him draw besides these issues. He's got, I'll say, like almost like a Marvel-y style from the same time period. It's really good, but it's very uneven. Some of the panels are just amazing. Others aren't. The monster, he's really good at drawing monsters, and action in general to a degree. But some of it's weird. Like, man, that's a good panel. This is, why is he standing like that? That's a little weird. Aquaman's too whatever. But I mean, look, where is it? Yeah, look, he's going to swing this thing around, and look how weird his legs are. But then, there's a couple like really good like that. Why the hell is he standing like that? Is he like posing so we see his ass? I don't know.
Because when I get buried face down, the whole world can kiss my ass.
But that mirror is awesome. You can really tell she's pissed off. I mean, that's a really good mirror. Just a little that's a really good panel.
Yep.
So I mean, I don't know. But the old Aquaman series, to me, the first series is like this. Some of the, and I know it sounds stupid, the sillier Silver Age stories sometimes are a little better than the serious stories. But
especially like the art wise.
Yeah, art wise, but the series was kind of inconsistent. but
Mhm.
great stuff. I mean, that's we both
Well,
like
Aquaman back then was still considered basically like bottom of the barrel. So
Yeah, and that's what I don't understand. Well, he was considered bottom of the barrel, but I mean, for God's sakes, dude, he was in not Action Comics. He had his own series. Then he was in Adventure Comics.
then
Yeah,
Justice League,
and Justice League. He had a full freaking run.
yeah, founding member of Justice League.
Yes.
So I just looked up on DuckDuckGo. I just looked up Don Newton comics.
Okay.
Don Newton started didn't might not have started his career there, but he was a big name over at Charlton Comics.
Really?
He did the Phantom stuff over at Charlton.
That may be where I've seen him because I've read some of the Phantom, was it Lee Falk Phantom?
Yep.
So that's
And
what we're talking about, where the purple.
He's done a bunch of detective, a bunch of Batmans. Let's see, some Justice League stuff, Adventure, of course. He did a bunch of World's Finest.
That's it too, because I've got a big run of World's Finest.
And I ran into this kid, real nice kid. I gave him a couple of suggestions because he was showing off like his comic hauls on his TikToks and everything, and talking about what he really liked or what he was really looking forward to sitting down and reading after he made the video. And I'm like, you should really check out some Bronze Age stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess the new run of World's Finest,
the brand new run
he's been getting, and then he started fishing in the back issue boxes and buying old World's Finest just based on covers that he thought looked cool.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and he's been reading them over like the last month or so, the old school stuff, and he's like, just Bronze Age, so not not going back to Silver Age where everything was like World War II and goofy slapstick stuff, but
yeah.
What else did he do? Yeah, lots of Phantom stuff. Lots of detective. He did a lot of the dollar book detectives that were like you would get like a new story and then a bunch of reprint stuff.
Yeah.
He did the Detective 500th anniversary appearance and Detective 526. He did the cover. He did the art and the cover pencil and inks.
So I looked it up too. The other thing he did on here, which I don't know if we've ever talked about it. I've been picking them up primarily. I haven't read them yet, but I've been picking them up for the covers. He did Time Warp 1 through 5.
Oh wow!
And I've been picking those up because Kaluta did the covers. He did New Gods. So he did a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Here's one I'll share. This is like somebody posted like one of their 25 favorite like Don Newton and DC images.
Yeah.
And it's like a team up with old school Batgirl and Dick Grayson Robin. Scath Green. Check that out.
Oh, sweet. That does look good.
That is classic Bronze Age Batman look.
Yes.
That it's classic Bronze Age Batman look that doesn't have the name Aparo or Adams on the cover.
No. And the thing that's funny too, we talk about it. So he started I was showing. That was Aquaman 62 and 63, right?
Yep.
So he started his first issue of Aquaman was in 60, and that was in 1978. Batman Family was in, I'm looking some of the years here, 77, 77, 78, 77. So,
Which,
dude,
by the way, I'm only 2 issues shy of having a complete Batman family run.
oh, sweet. Um, he ran all the way into the mid 80s
Mm-hmm.
with his work. So, I mean, that's kind of, I don't say that's early, but yeah, that's kind of early. Batman Family 77. What issue is that from that you just shared? You did it say?
Um, it says Detective Comics, but it's not saying which one. Um, they did make like a whole page of like Newton stuff. Some of it's from Aquaman. Some's from Shazam. So he did a bunch of Shazam stuff.
Oh yeah, well this is Detective Comics. Oh my God, dude, he goes all the way up to 539. So that's late, mid to late 80s. Yeah, Batgirl 84, Robin 481, Batman 480. Yeah, so this is some of his earlier work. Oh, Newton began drawing the Batman character Batman 305, 78. He would draw 79 stories featuring Batman or members of the Batman family during DC. Newton and writer Denny O'Neil created the character Maxie Zeus.
Yes.
Dude, that's cool. In Detective Comics 483, April of 1979. O'Neill and Newton produced the story The Vengeance Vow in 485, in which the original Batwoman is killed by the League of Assassins.
Yep, I've got that.
Really? What the hell does that cover look like? Detective 485.
Not the. I've got the death of Batwoman in Batman Family, which I think is the Golden Age Batwoman.
Oh, I've got this one. Would you believe it's lost? If I can get one to blow up, I'll show you what it looks like. Hold on. There we go. Share Chrome tab. There you go. That one. I got that one. Death of the original Batwoman. Yep. I love the dollar issues, man. You got a ton of junk in those books.
Yeah, it was like 48 to 50 something pages, even with the ads.
Yeah. Well, this one's a 68 pages. This one's a big one. Yeah. Demon's Last Battle. Whose death causes Batman to swear a vengeance vow? So that's it right there. The death of the original Batwoman. Batgirl, Batgirl, Robin, and Man-Bat in their own full-length adventures. 1979.
And the first Batman Family I ever got off a newsstand rack, like the spinner rack.
Yeah.
I think it was like either 18 or 19. Let's see. Yeah, it's 18. This would be a book to do one day. For sure. And this book is like the cover is very horror based, and I'm like, that is just like, this is just like a sick Batman cover for like back in the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got that one. Yep.
Demons. So there's like undead in the sewers reaching up for them. Batman, Robin, and Batgirl, Man-Bat flying overhead. And then down the corner, we have the original Huntress, Helena Wayne, backup story, too.
Dude, I've been trying, I've got them all in reprint, but I have been trying to get all of the original Huntress issues. I love the Huntress. I have no idea why, but I do.
I think I've got 2 copies of her first appearance.
Yeah. I've got
neither of them are in wonderful shape, but
we're the same boat then. Yeah. And then she did all those backup stories in Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm. And one of the backup stories was with the Joker too.
Yeah, where she fights the Joker.
Yeah, I've got one of those parts because it was only like 6 or 8 pages in like the back of the Wonder Woman book.
And the bad thing about those is those stories 9 times out of 10 are better than the Wonder Woman stories.
That and the Joker ones, like I think it was like 2 or 3 issues that story went on with the Joker.
Yeah,
and those issues are not cheap. I'm all about the cheap. I'm all about the cheap.
It's all about the cheap.
Yeah.
All right. I got to check my schedule next week, but I think I'm back to normal, so we could do a story on Thursday. You got anything special you want to read, or you need me to pick something out?
Well, you can either pick something out, or we can do that king size number 5 with X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Yeah, you just got it. I got one a while back, so yeah, we can do it if you want to. And I think it's burn, so we'll just keep my burn run going.
Yep. Let's pop it open. The Lego ad on the back.
Yeah,
I got to look at something in front of me, so I have to take my glasses off now.
I got the focals.
Got the focus. Chris Claremont. Penciler is Brent Anderson. Bob McLeod inks. Letterer was Tom Ski or Zechowski. Glennis Wayne was the colorist. Louise Jones, that later became Louise Simonson, was the editor. And Jim Shooter, editor-in-chief. So you know it was good.
Yep. Yeah, that's cool. We can do that one. X-Men Annual number 5.
Mm-hmm. There's a certain character that Professor X used to get funky with, showing up a couple pages in too. So,
oh Lord, that's the Shiara Princess or something, isn't it?
Yeah. There's an ad for Bubble Yum in here that shows you how to do the magic disappearing trick.
Yes.
Which is basically unwrapping it, palming it, and putting it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth.
Damn it.
Colors are really good. They come under attack. The FF comes under attack. And Storm's looking very young in this book.
I know you don't buy any new FF, but I think it's 11 that's coming out. It's on the pre-order now. Look at the variant cover for it. It's a Torch variant cover. Mm-hmm. It's damn good.
We get Wolverine in the brown costume.
I like the brown costume.
Yeah. Apparently, Cyclops is masquerading like he's at a Renaissance fair with like this green, long-looking cloak over his head, but as soon as he goes into action, he rips it off and tosses it.
He's pulling the damn Ben Grimm. Only it's all his is always a damn trench coat.
Yeah.
If we hope it's not leather, because if it's only 27 cows were killed making this trench coat.
And here we get the monster of Badoon. That's where Marvel started ripping off Warlord of Mars stuff, because they had the weird worlds of Mars.
Yes.
Lots of action. And then I'm not sure if this looks like a bonus story at the end called The Passing of the Dream. Or it could just be like the epilogue. Ooh, and there's a Hostess Cupcakes ad featuring the ever-loving Blue-Eyed Thing.
That's another one we need to do. Marvel Fanfare 14.
So, yep, there it is. It's a nice thick one too. So,
yeah, it's a good issue.
It
should be.
Yeah, Anderson did the cover on this.
The one after that, I got two. I bought both. I bought the 5 and the 6 at the same time. X-Men Annual 6 is X-Men versus Dracula.
Oh, is it the first time they encountered Dracula?
I can't remember if it's the first time, but it's the one where on the cover, Storm is actually like becoming a freaking vampire.
Oh yeah. I don't know how many pages this book is. It's a nice fatty.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how many pages. It's not square bound. It's not square bound, but it's very round at the spine.
I'll do my Total Recall impression for you. Then get your ass to reading.
Yeah. The only thing that they have for a page count is on the very last page where it just says FIN.
So pages aren't numbered at all?
Pages not numbered at all.
Huh. It's probably a good 36 pages then, I bet.
At least.
Yeah, with 36 pages plus ads.
Yeah, so because now I need to know how many pages it is. When I bring it over there after we finish up, I'm gonna sit down, reopen it, and actually sit there and count all the story pages.
Damn it. All right. Well, we'll get that over to you, and then if everything works out right, I'll let you know on Thursday.
You don't have to get it over to me. I got it in front of me.
Well, oh yeah. All right. No problem.
Usually it's not that way, but
yeah.
So we'll be back next Thursday. Just remember, if you're watching this on the replay, we thank you for watching it on the replay. We are working on trying to get this added to my podcast channel so you can actually listen to us ramble on about everything. If you prefer to do it that way, like listen while you read a comic, consider the gauntlet thrown. We challenge you
to read a damn comic.
Yeah.
Anything. We don't care. You can even read Power Pack.
That's right. But if you read the Power Pack with Beta Ray Bill, don't give me any spoilers. If there's something you'd like us to read and cover, just comment on any one of the videos. Or if you hit on YouTube, if you hit the little Tweety Bird symbol, you'll be able to get to my Twitter, and you can DM me on Twitter at JokerFan. And that's going to wrap it up for this week. We'll catch you all next week. And I'll be back Monday evening with Seanzilla with a new art stream. Until then, have a great weekend.
2